ladies and gentlemen, to Catoctin High School, home of the Cougars, and we're ready for some exciting high school girls softball right here on Cool Oldies 1450. And we have just seen the first pitch of the game with Catoctin in the field, Middletown at the plate. Taylor Smith delivers the first pitch. Ball high and away.
Taylor, the sophomore pitcher for Catoctin, with a full season under her belt last year.
Check swing, ball high across the letters. Look down to the first base umpire, no swing.
First game of this season, Taylor recorded her 200th strikeout of this young career.
Ball 3 low. Middletown coming here on a kind of a dreary, kind of a foggy day. No sun. Sun was peeking through a moment ago. Swing, high, pop up, out of play, and caught by the first baseman. But it's out of play.
But out of play.
So, good effort by number 6, Reagan Miller, the first baseman for the Lady Cougars. Batting at the plate, number 8 from Middletown, Broadbent, the shortstop. Taylor Smith winds and delivers. Strike 3,
Ooh.
Called strike, got her looking right at the knees. Nice pitch.
Taylor playing shortstop today for the Middletown Knights. Last year was one of their star pitchers. So
that means they've got a better one?
Say, it's going to be interesting to see. They had really good last year.
Called strike at the belt.
Coach Toms has multiple strong pitchers, whereas Catoctin, they're pretty much going to lean on Taylor all season like they did last year.
Mm-hmm. High fastball catches the batter swinging. 0-2 the count to the center fielder, number 9, Jones, the Lady Knight. Ooh, 3 in a row, right down the gut. Called strike 3. And Smith gets her second strikeout of the game, adding to her plus 200 total.
Yeah, both looking, just mixing it up, high, low, inside, outside, changing speeds.
Another one, strike. 0-1 the count now to Lowe, the second baseman, number 13 for Middletown. High fastball right across the letters. She takes it for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
And this is one thing, if you can't simulate this speed at batting practice, it's hard.
Mm-hmm. She lays down a bunt, but it's got a lot of backspin and it rolls right behind the plate. Foul ball. 1-2 the count to Lowe.
Actually, the infield looks in pretty good shape considering all the rain we had over the weekend. And like you said, lack of sun here today.
Fastball just outside of the strike zone.
Outfielders are playing opposite on the shift, not expecting her to pull the ball.
Fouled away back over the backstop and smacks into the scoreboard. Second baseman Lowe stays alive. 2 out. Top of the first here at Catoctin High School. A really low one. That was true top level for a ball. 2-2 the count to Lowe. Smith toes the rubber, leans in, and delivers. Swing and a miss. And she struck out 3 in a row to end the first inning. So 3 up and 3 down here in this first inning of action in our first high school softball game of the season. We'll be right back.
People's Restaurant, it's the diner, and you won't find a better one than the Mountain View Diner. It's the ultimate comfort food. From delicious appetizers to sandwiches to succulent entrees, the Mountain View Diner can satisfy any taste. If it's mouth-watering Greek fare you're after, the Mountain View Diner will not disappoint. And don't forget the famous cheesecake. Mountain View Diner. On West Patrick Street in Frederick and in Charlestown, West Virginia, across from the casino. A winner 3 years in a row for a Best of Frederick award. People who love great food eat at the People's Restaurant, the Mountain View Diner.
All right, we are back here live at Catoctin High School where the leadoff batter, Taylor Smith, the pitcher for the Cougars, is at the plate. You know, these two teams meet every season on the softball diamond. It's usually a very good game. They both have veteran coaches in Valentine and Toms. And last year, Catoctin was knocked out of the playoffs in their first game, the regional semi against Williamsport.
Yes, exceptional pitcher. Williamsport came in and kind of through the upset victory. Catoctin 17-2 going into the playoffs last year. Regular season for these Middletown Knights, they were 14-6, played in 2A classification, and they and Walkersville, who we'll see a few times this season, had some great battles through the regular season into the playoffs, and Walkersville just escaped at Walkersville to advance in the playoffs.
So Taylor Smith in the batter's box now, batting left-handed, the leadoff batter for the Cougars. And he takes a strike right across the plate. Pitching for Middletown, number 19, Lewis. No, so check that, my bad.
Moxley.
Number 19, Moxley.
Yeah, and 2 veteran squads. As you said, veteran coaches.
Low and away. Ball 1. 1-1 the count to Taylor.
Taylor, a right-handed pitcher, but bats left-handed.
A one-hopper at the plate. 2-1 the count.
Besides a dangerous pitcher, last year Taylor Smith, 490 batting average, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs.
Wow. For a sophomore.
Yeah. And that was her freshman stats.
Right,
yeah.
That was her freshman year. She lays down a beautiful bunt and runs it out. Nice bunt. I mean, that thing just died 5 feet in front of the plate.
Yeah, far enough away from the catcher that made the pitcher play it, and Taylor from that left-handed batter's box, that extra step really helped right there, and she was able to hustle that one out for a base hit.
Mm-hmm.
Brings up Megan Gray, catcher in the battery today. Last season,
another bunt, another beauty right down the first line, and it moves the runner to second, and she goes on for 3 to the third base. So Smith in scoring position now on another great little small ball here, huh?
Yeah, a little nice sacrifice bunt. And Taylor, when she rounded second, saw no one was covering third, and in stride all the way across, standing up third base.
That'll bring Moeller to the plate, the center fielder for the Lady Cougars.
Madison Oler, a sophomore. So really young squad here for Coach Valentine takes the field today. Only 1 senior on the roster, 2 juniors. The rest are 9th and 10th graders, Michael.
Swing and a miss. That shows good things to come down the road for softball in Frederick County. Seems to get better every year. Here they come in looking for the bunt. Called strike.
She did try to bunt. Taylor Smith was not running. Would have been considered a safety squeeze, I imagine, because Taylor was not often running.
High fastball. Oler steps out of the box and takes a few cuts there. Looking down third base to Coach Valentine for the signal. She checks her wristband. She's got it. They're ready. One out. Bottom of the first. No score. Beautiful base hit right down the third line. That's pulled foul. Just slightly foul.
Line drive. Taylor Smith had to duck, and it hooked just outside the line. It's interesting to see the outfielders from Middletown. Center fielder dead straight away, but both the left and right fielder playing on the line.
Swing and a miss, and she got her. Struck her out. So Oler goes down swinging. That'll bring Lewis to the plate, the right fielder. Two out, runner on third.
Kenzie Lewis, another 10th grader.
Called strike right at the knees.
So the Catoctin batters are kind of way up in the batter's box. So that's a sign of they're used to faster pitchers.
It's a handcuff fly ball in the second baseman, and she makes the easy catch to end the inning. So the Cougars left one stranded here with one hit on a beautiful bunt. No errors, and we move to the top of the second inning here with no score. We'll be right back.
USA News update. What appears to be a teenage girl is the shooter at a private church school in Nashville that's left a total of 7 people dead. Here's a spokesman for the Nashville Police Department.
We know at this point that this shooter is a female. She appears to be in her teens, although her identification has not been confirmed at this. We know that she was armed with at least 2 assault-type rifles and a handgun.
He says 3 students and 3 adults are dead, along with a shooter who was killed by police. It happened in a private school known as the Covenant Presbyterian School. This woman says she talked to her daughter during the terror.
I said just like what was going on. She said she was hiding in the closet and that there was shooting all over and that they had potentially tried to get into her room.
The Tennessee governor says he's monitoring events, as is the White House. Rich Johnson, USA News.
Wellness and self-care doesn't have to be complicated. So keep it simple and take good care of yourself with Sunny Bay heating pads.
All right, we are back with you here live at Catoctin High School with the lead-off batter for Middletown, Ledbetter. The third baseman with a swing and a miss. Just to get you caught up, the Knights went down swinging 3 strikeouts in a row, 3 up, 3 down. Swing and a miss. 2 cuts in a row. And Taylor Smith continues her dominance from the pitcher's mound.
Sydney Ledbetter batting average .420 last season for the Knights. So a solid hitter in the batter's box.
Swing and a miss. All 3, and she was way behind all 3 of those. So they're not comfortable with the speed that Taylor Smith is delivering to the pitcher.
Yeah, keeping them off guard. That one there kind of a little late swing and handcuffed for the strikeout. 4 straight for Taylor.
Now Gross at the batter, the left fielder, number 11 for the Lady Knights. Steps into the batter's box, batting right-handed. Swing and a miss. That was a high one. She cut underneath that. Infield in. Oh, way up there again, and she took a cut at it. Strike two. 0-2 the count now to Gross. Same pitch, high fastball, but she doesn't go after it this time.
Able to hold off that high, hard one with 2 strikes.
1-2 the count to Gross. Fouled away out over the dugout. Count remains at 1-2. Top of the second, no score. Middletown at the plate. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts in a row for Taylor Smith now as the infield converges on the mound to congratulate their pitcher.
Just too fast right now. That high, hard one again, can't lay off. Almost looks like a rise ball from this angle.
Yes, it does. You're right. The pitcher Moxley at the plate takes one at the ankles. Ball 1. Moxley batting 6th in the order. Ooh, that was a close one. But the called strike at the knee is to Moxley. That'll move the count to 1-1 with 2 out. Top of the second. Swing and a miss. Again, Moxley way behind.
Yeah, she's up the bat and then deep in the box and still not able to catch up to the fastball from Taylor Smith.
Foul tipped into the catcher's pad. Bounced off the chest pad, and so the count remains at 1-2 to Moxley. Swing and a miss. 6 up and 6 down. Taylor Smith showing her strength here early in the season against the Middletown Lady Knights.
Just overpowering right now on the mound, working fast. Middletown needs to try to disrupt her flow a little bit, whether that's to bunt or just take a few more pitches.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like Middletown can't hit. I mean, they produced 13 runs against Frederick last week.
Yeah, they did lose a few of their key hitters from last season, but they do have 2 back. Taylor Broadbeck batted .550, Sydney Ledbetter .520. So, yeah, they do have some hitters left from last year and early in this season. But yeah, Taylor Smith has been, as we know, one of the top county pitchers right from the first pitch of her freshman year last year. And I'm sure she's just a little bit stronger, a little bit faster this year than she was last.
So the leadoff batter for the Cougars in the bottom of the second will be Kreitz with Miller on deck and West in the hole. That's Kreitz, Miller, West here in the bottom of the second. No score.
Cassidy Kreitz, the starting shortstop for Catoctin, is a 9th grader.
Wow. Middletown with 3 infielders wearing face masks. Make it 4.
Along with the pitcher.
Yeah.
And, notice Catoctin's the exact same thing. Second, third, first, and pitcher. The only one not is the shortstop.
Off-speed pitch over the middle. Just a shade outside for a ball. Ball 1 to Kreitz. Chopped down the third base line, foul. 1-1 the count. Winds and delivers all speed, chopped right into the pitcher. She fumbles it, picks it up, throws to first, not in time. So the error goes to Moxley on that one as Kreitz gets on.
I tell you, there's something on that softball from Moxley because everything that has been put into play for Catoctin has been spinning like crazy.
Yeah. Batting left-handed now, Miller, Reagan Miller. She shows bunt. Back in time, Kreitz, who got caught out there in no man's land for a moment. Catcher throws down to first, but she's able to dive back head first. And she's safe at first. So ball one to Miller, who showed bunt and brought the infield way in now. Showing bunt again. She knocks a beauty down right to the pitcher. Throw to first. They got her. So the sacrifice bunt successful for Reagan Miller.
Yeah. A little small ball, as you talked about in the first inning. Reagan and carryover from last season where she batted .456, but Coach Valentine is putting it down, trying to work those runners around in the scoring position.
And she has one in Kreitz standing on second base with the little West left fielder, number 18 at the plate. She takes a ball outside. 1-0 the count to West. One out. Bottom of the second, no score.
And Reagan Miller executed that sacrifice bunt beautifully because both first and third were breathing down her neck. But she
chopped into center field. She makes the catch and the runner holds. So a fly out to center field for West.
Good contact there by Julie West. That looping liner into center. Center fielder Jones there to corral it.
So that'll bring the third baseman Courtney to the plate, batting right-handed with one runner on and two out.
Aubrey Courtney, a 10th grader in the Cougars lineup.
Ball one outside. Chopped right at the head of Coach Valentine in the third base coach's box, and she just leans in a little bit and ducks. And it sails right down the line.
Catoctin is able to put a few balls in play. We haven't seen the Knights do much of that yet in their first two at-bats.
Another chopper, second baseman bare hands it and throws it away. And the first run scores on the air. Second base throws it over the head of the first baseman. And so Courtney gets a double on the error. Kreitz scores for the first run of the game.
And the small ball works for the Cougars. Without the ball leaving the infield, they score a run.
So that'll bring Mazaleski to the plate. And she handcuffs one right into the glove, flies out to the second baseman to end the inning. But not until the Cougars put one run across the plate on one hit. No hits, two errors, and one run. We step aside for break and be right back.
Chiropractic and Pilates located on Water Street in Thurmont, serving the community since 1993. Center of Life is dedicated to treating the whole you and not just your symptoms, back pain, neck pain, injury, or you just want to improve your mobility and feel healthier. Dr. John Hageman's innovative approach to whole body health is completely unlike anything you have experienced. With convenient hours from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and afternoon hours only on Tuesday from 3 to 7:30 p.m. Center of Life is there for you. Center of Life is closed on weekends and Thursdays. Center of Life accepts all major credit cards and uses the honor system so you pay what you can afford. What an amazing difference they will make in you today. Center of Life. Make an adjustment to your life today.
To the top of the third inning. The leadoff batter, the right fielder, Rennenberger. She takes his fastball right at the belt for a called strike one. And Taylor Smith has fanned 6 batters in a row in these first 2 innings. Chopped away foul over the dugout. 0-2 the count to Rannenberger.
Just overpowering at this point is Taylor Smith.
Whoa! Called strike right at the knees. A beautiful fastball. And the umpire, with a lot of flair and drama, says strike 3.
Rings them up.
Rings them up good, yeah. All right, batting left-handed, Veerling. First baseman. Little Lady Nice. Fastball outside. And I don't think I've seen her throw anything but a fastball so far. You seen any off-speed stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
A few.
Ball outside.
I think that right there was a little, not quite the fastball.
2-1 the count now to Veerling. 3-1. So Taylor Smith moves into new territory here with her first 3-ball count in this game. Ball 4, and the first batter gets on a base on balls for Veerling here in the top of the third.
Yep. And looks like Catocton's expecting Renninger to bunt. First and third or 20 feet away.
Catcher throws down to second base as the runner goes on the fake bunt. And she gets a called strike on it, but they move the runner into scoring position. So Veerling on second base now. With Renninger at the plate, the catcher for the Knights. Swing and a miss. There's a steal to third, and they throw it into left field, but the runner holds on third. So good coverage by the left fielder on that.
So that's just, I mean, Renninger squared the bunt on the first pitch, but clearly Veerling's, she's stealing. First pitch stole second pitch stole third. So
one out.
One out.
Runner on third in scoring position. Renninger down in the count. Swing and a miss. She struck her out.
So we roll around to the top of the order.
Indeed,
Taylor
we do.
Broadbent.
Broadbent struck out in her last at bat. Chops one right to the shortstop. She backhands it, turns, throws to first, not in town, and a run scores. So Broadbent gets 2 on an E6.
Yep. Yeah, Cassidy gloved that nicely at shortstop, backhand. Then on the step and throw, just airmailed it a little bit. First baseman Reagan Miller really had no chance to make the play.
Low, ball 1 to Jones. Jones struck out in her first at bat. High chop ball over the dugout and out of play. 2 out, runner on second. One to one this score. Swing and a miss. High.
Now that was the high heat. The last pitch just seemed to be a few miles an hour slower. Maybe a little bit of a curveball or screwball.
1-2 the count to Jones. Chopped away, she stays alive in the count. Foul tip back to the screen. A little looper to the shortstop. She makes a beautiful throw to first, and they retire the side, but not until Middletown puts one across the plate to even it up at 1. On a 1 hit, 1 error, 1 run, top of the third. We'll be back after this message.
And Backhoe Service LLC is conveniently located at 108 North Carroll Street in Thurmont, with over 40 years of experience in the plumbing industry, celebrating its 10th year serving our community, specializing in all phases of plumbing, including septic installation and repair. The favorite part of our job is meeting new people and knowing that we helped. Kelco Plumbing prides itself on a job well done, with pricing that won't flood your budget. Burst pipes, water damage, clogged drains, replacement, remodel, or upgrades. Kelco Plumbing services most major fixtures, faucets, water heaters, sump pumps, and well pumps and pressure tanks. Kelco Plumbing is certified and licensed in Maryland and Pennsylvania. Call them today at 301-788-9791. That's 301-788-9791. Emergencies or planned repairs, Kelco Plumbing will go out of their way to explain exactly what needs to be done in simple, easy to understand solutions. When the plumber's work is done.
All right, we are back with you here live, and there's a ground ball, gets through the second baseman. Mazaleski, check that, Taylor Smith with the bat. So a leadoff single for Taylor Smith here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring Megan Gray to the plate. Swing, chop back to the screen. Megan sacrifice bunted in her first at bat. Low. Ball one. 1-1 the count to Gray.
So Moxley from Middletown clearly changing speeds, spinning the ball. A lot of the Cougars are putting the ball in play, but then good defense by the infield behind her.
Foul ball moves the count to 1-2 to Gray now with a runner on first. No out. Tied at 1 apiece, bottom of the third. Cougars at the plate. Handcuffed to the third baseman, high fly out, easy out. Third baseman steps up. And so Gray goes down on the pop out to third base. The runner holds at first. That'll bring Maddie Oler to the plate, the center fielder, who struck out in her first at bat. Takes one low. Ball one. There goes the runner, the steal, and the shortstop drops the ball. Otherwise, she might have gotten her. It was close.
Yeah, it was going to be close. Taylor with a good hard slide away from the shortstop. But like you said, shortstop not able to hang on to the ball when she was attempting the tag. So Taylor Smith in scoring position with one out for the Cougars.
Oler swings and misses. Ball outside. One out, runner on second, bottom of the third. 1-1 the score. Swing and a miss. Two and two the count to Oler. Oler with that bat out in front of the plate. Now she pulls it back. Off speed, and she chops it for a base hit, drops right in. Taylor Smith holds at third. So right, just a foot inside the first base line in right field. With a little chop base hit for Maddie Oler, and she gets on.
And Taylor had to hold at second because that ball kind of hung up in the air. She had to make sure it hit the grass before she took off.
Lewis at the plate. Well, it had that spin on it. It was spinning like crazy when it came off that bat.
Yeah.
And there's the steal. Throw down the third for some reason. I guess they're trying to hold Taylor Smith, afraid if they throw out to the middle,
Right. That's
Smith
the
will
play.
go.
If Taylor comes off the base on the throw, then there's the opportunity to tag her out. But Taylor had no intention of moving on the catcher's throw.
Chopped foul, in playable, but it was in play, but not able to get there in time. The ball drops down for the second strike. Lewis behind in the count, 0-2. Oler on second base after the steal. Runners on the second and third with one out. Ball outside. 1-2 the count. Low. That evens the count up at 2 apiece. Well hit into the gap to the fence. Both runners are going to score. She comes around, slides in, out at second on the beautiful throw from outfield. They get Lewis, tag her out at second base, but not until she puts 2 runs across the plate.
Beautiful piece of hitting there by Kenzie Lewis. Drove that ball into right center, and then a great play by the center fielder at Middletown to come up with that and a strike to second.
Kreitz with the beauty up the middle, base hit, and she gets a single, and she stands up at first base. Cougars' bats are coming alive now.
Starting to time Moxley here a little bit are the Cougars.
2 outs, runners on first. High fly ball into shallow center, and they run into each other. The shortstop and the left fielder collide. Here comes a throw home, not in time, and the runner goes to third base on the error. So Reagan Miller gets a triple on an error, call it an E6, and the shortstop is injured as they collided violently between left field and shortstop. And we've got an injury timeout here as another run crossed the plate there. Kreitz puts it across. The Cougars take a 4-1 lead. We'll take a break and be right back as we get a message in from our sponsors here.
Thermont Country Kitchen. One recent diner summed it up perfectly.
This place is so good, the words are hard to find. It's a wonderful small-town diner with awesome food and great service.
Thermont Country Kitchen is located on Water Street in downtown Thermont. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Remember when Grandma used to say, if you're looking for a great restaurant, follow the locals. And that's exactly what you'll find at Thermont Country Kitchen. A wonderful mixture of out-of-town guests, travelers up and down Route 15, and the locals who love Country Kitchen's award-winning roasted chicken. Homemade cooking at its finest, with lots of sweets and goodies at the counter to go. Country Kitchen is a great place for birthday parties, meetings, or just to take the family when you're out and about. Their huge menu has something for everybody, and their warm country home atmosphere and small-town charm will take you back to simpler times. Thermont Country Kitchen, satisfying and delicious. You'll feel right at home at Thermont Country Kitchen. Thermont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics on the radio.
Hawkins Landscaping, locally owned and operated, winner 8 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Hawkins Landscaping is #1 with an array of full landscape site design, lawn maintenance, hardscaping, lighting, drainage, and more. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your landscape from a dream to reality. From the design through construction and into maintenance, Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and inviting outdoor environments. If you are looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your landscape, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping. When you deserve the best, get the best.
Where do you get your real-time information? News, weather, traffic, school delays, and cancellations. At Cool 1450 AM, one of our most important resources is FrederickScanner.com. Live traffic cams, weather cams, city and county resources, police, fire and rescue. Anyone living, working, or traveling in and around Frederick should bookmark FrederickScanner.com on their PC or go to their Facebook page and download the mobile app today. FrederickScanner.com, a live information window to Frederick County.
pretty substantial injury to that player, I would say. The shortstop, I believe, was it?
She did walk off the field under her own power once she got up. Just a little shook up.
Okay.
She has been replaced. Second base moved to shortstop, and now in at second base is number 20, Moulter, for the Middletown Knights.
So let me get you caught up on this. It's got a 4-1 lead by Catoctin with 2 out, and West, the left fielder, at the plate for the Lady Cougars here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. Two and two the count to West. Ball outside. The count goes full now to Moxley pitching to West. Everybody goes on this one. High. Nope, that wasn't ball 3. That was ball 2, so we're at ball 3. Now the count is full. Shot. Foul ball down the first base line. West stays alive. She got behind that one.
Yep, way behind on the outside pitch. Just smacked it down the first base line. Trickles foul ball.
A roller to the plate. Why wasn't that ball 4? Am I really far behind, aren't I? I think it's full count now, although I'm not sure. Now that's a ball. And the runner comes home, slides in safe as the ball gets by the catcher, and they sort of forgot about the runner on third, didn't they?
Well, the catcher took off, and then when she tried to scoop and throw the ball to the covering pitcher, just missed the ball.
Reagan Miller comes home as West gets on the base on balls. So that'll bring Courtney to the plate. Courtney got a double in her last at bat on an error. Two out, runner on first. High fly ball to center field, right center. The center fielder slides over to the left and makes the catch on the run to end the inning. And so that's it. Quite an interesting, productive inning for Catoctin as they put 4 runs across the plate to take a 5-1 lead on 2 hits and 1 error. We'll be right back after this break.
This can be a busy time of year, running around getting ready for company, visiting friends, or spending time enjoying family. We are all too familiar with a growing list of errands that need our attention. Gary the barber knows how busy life can get, and so he makes sure that your convenience and a great haircut are first on his list. Call Gary the barber today. Gary the barber has hours to accommodate any busy schedule. 301-305-7895.
Hey everyone, Gary the Barber is open for business. Just call 301-305-7895 to make an appointment right away. That's 301-305-7895. Get a great haircut today. High-low auto sales with With locations in Frederick and Mount Airy and our new location in Cockeysville, Maryland, we specialize in high-quality vehicles at low prices. All types of credit, financing, or leasing. You drive away with peace of mind in a vehicle with a high-low sales 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. Find out about the high-low difference at one of the leading...
And shortstop Lowe up to bat. Taylor Smith still pitching for the Cougars. 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter. Strike called. Coach Charlie Tom's trying to pep up his team, get him to be a little more aggressive at the plate. And swing and a miss. Lowe strikeout for the 2nd time tonight, which brings up our third baseman, the Knights' third baseman, Sidney Ledbetter. Taylor wastes no time. Low inside corner, strike 1. Just a bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ledbetter. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball well hit to left field.
Oh, right over the left fielder's glove.
Over the outstretched glove of the left fielder, and let's give a double to Sidney Ledbetter. Gets a runner right in the scoring position for the Knights. Looked like left fielder Julie West had a beat on that ball, but it just kept rising up over her outreach glove.
One of the things I noticed was she got that glove out there too early and committed herself too early. She should have waited for that thing to settle down a bit, and then you get your glove up. But she had that glove out there kind of staggering around a bit, trying to track it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she was shading the sun.
Yeah, it kind of looked that way, and
with their glove.
Maybe the sun is coming out. You're right.
And
it did look that way. You're right.
It is dropping down over the first base dugout, which would be directly towards her face when she's in left field.
Swing and a miss. A strikeout now.
Gross goes down swinging. 2 outs. Pitcher Moxley steps in, runner in scoring position. Knights down 4-1. Need to punch that runner in.
Fastball at the shins for ball 1. Moxley struck out in her first at bat in the 2nd inning. Fouled away to the screen. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss.
Rise ball couldn't lay off. Swinging strike 3 and the 3rd out of the 4th inning.
So the score stands at 5-1. Cougars on top, and coming to the plate now will be Mazaleski, Smith, and Gray. We'll be right back after this break.
THU is the leader in high school sports broadcasting. Since 2008, we have broadcast more high school sporting events than any radio station in the 4-state area. Football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Regular season playoffs and state championships from Southern PA to Brunswick, the Western Mountains of Maryland to the Eastern Shore. Cool Oldies 1450 THU is #1 in high school sports broadcasting.
Back with you here live as Masaleski trots in the batter's box, and she'll be batting her first bat of the game. Here in the bottom of the 4th. And she chops one and a slow roll to the shortstop. She gloves it, throws it first just in time. So Masaleski grounds out on the 6-3. That'll take us back around to the top of the order, and Taylor Smith, swing and a miss. Taylor with a bunt and a single, 2 for 2 on the night. Ball outside, 1-1 the count. Outfield playing straight away, shallow. Not sure I would give her a little bit more respect than that. Big, strong Taylor Smith can. How many home runs she have last year?
6 home runs last season.
Strike 2. 1-2 the count now. So the Lady Cougars pitcher. And she handcuffs that one deep into left field. Left fielder has to go back, and she makes the catch, drifting backward on the run.
Well played there by left fielder Gross, as that ball was moving away from her in left field.
Gray right up the middle. A slow roller, backhanded by the second baseman. Throw is not in time. So a base hit for Megan Gray. 2-out base hit.
Well placed, a little looper over the pitcher's head, dropped between the second baseman and second base, and then just stuck in the dirt. And Megan quickly down to first base.
That'll bring Maddie Oler to the plate. She singled in her last at bat as she fouls one away. Maddie 1 for 1 on the day. Many of you know Maddie from over at Thurmont Country Kitchen, where she's waited on tables at one of her family's restaurants. Well hit! Oh boy, I think this one is gone, and it is a home run right over the left field pole, just 10 feet inside. She rocked that one. A 2-hit home run for Maddie Oler.
There was no doubt on that one. The only question was, would it stay fair or not down the left field line? And it lands in the trees beyond the left field fence for the home run. And the lead balloons to 7-1 Cougars.
Off the inside of the bat, foul down the right field line, out of play. 0-1 the count to Lewis now. Lewis, with a nice hit, tried to stretch 2 out of it and got thrown out at second in her last at bat. Batting with 2 out now. She takes a ball low.
Yeah. Last inning, Kenzie tried to stretch that single into a double, but she kind of started the hit parade for these Cougars last inning and carried over into this inning.
Ball 3 to Lewis. 3-1 the count. 2 outs, no runners on. Bottom of the 4th. Cougars lead at 7-1. Nice change up right over the plate for a called strike as the count goes full. Lewis steps in, batting right-handed. Chops that one down to third base. She gloves it, drops it, picks it up, throw to first, not in time. So Lewis gets on the error. That'll bring Kreitz to the plate, the shortstop. 2 for 2 on the day. She chops a slow roller to the first baseman. She picks it up, tosses the second baseman, covering, and they get the out. So that's it. At the end of 4 complete innings, the Cougars put 2 more across the plate on a beautiful home run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runs scored. We move to the top of the 5th, where Middletown will bring Rannenberger, Vierling, and Renninger to the plate to start it out. We'll be right back.
Oldies 1450 AM forecast for this afternoon. A chance of showers under cloudy skies. Overnight, a low of 39 is expected, a northwest wind at 20 miles per hour. Partly sunny Tuesday, a high of 54. Tuesday night, a chance of showers, overnight low of 34. And for Wednesday, sunshine, a high of 58. From the Cool Oldies 1450 AM Weather Center, I'm Rick Bennett.
We are back live for the top of the 5th. And the Cougars have just been outstanding in this game. Good solid pitching by Taylor Smith with, I've got 9 strikeouts. Wait, make that 10. 3, 6, 9. Make it 11. I got 11 strikeouts on the game. 11 strikeouts on the game for Taylor Smith.
Through 4 innings, yep. So 11 of the 12 outs recorded have been by way of strikeout for Taylor.
All right. Ranninger pops one up. Easy out for the first baseman in foul territory. So the leadoff batter in the 5th inning, Rannenberger, with an infield fly.
Took that one away from me. I was going to catch that one.
You're going to catch it. Vierling takes a fastball at the knees. The first baseman got on a walk, and her only at bat in the 3rd inning. And she takes a second called strike looking.
After her walk, she stole second, stole third, and scored the only run so far for the Knights.
Ball outside. That was a little bit of a changeup, a little off speed there. Trying to get Vierling to go after it. Swing and a miss. And she fanned her. That'll bring Renninger to the plate, who struck out in the 3rd. The catcher batting right-handed. Shows bunt, lays down a nice one. Pitcher throw to first in time, and the Cougars get them down 1-2-3 here in the top of the fifth. We move to the bottom of the fifth inning now. No runs, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and 1 fly out here in that fifth inning. And the Cougars will come to the plate, and they will bat. Who's the leadoff batter? Who do you have for the fifth?
Reagan Miller will lead off for the...
Okay, so it's Miller, West, and Courtney after we come back.
That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness of Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tune you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
All right, we are back here live where we're beginning the bottom of the fifth inning. The Cougars leading at 7-1 with Reagan Miller at the plate, batting left-handed. Reagan takes a cut, nice wide stance. She smiles on that one.
Got forward on the high changeup.
Reagan with the sack bunt in the second and got on an error. Came across the plate and scored in the third. She chops one to the second baseman. Easy pickup, easy throw to first in time. And Miller goes down on the ground out. That'll bring West to the plate. She forced a walk in her last at bat. She takes a ball low and away. 1-0 the count to the left fielder. Chop to the first baseman, a 2-hopper. She gloves it, steps on the bag, and that's 2 up and 2 down now. That'll bring the third baseman Courtney to the plate.
Check that, number 16.
We have a substitute now.
Allie Bronner.
Allie Bronner steps in. Subbed in for Courtney at third base. Bronner batting left-handed. We've got timeout as they make the adjustment to the scorecard here on the substitution. Bronner in for Courtney. Allie steps into the batter's box and we're ready to go. Swing and a miss. Chopped out over the Middletown dugout. Foul ball. 0-2 the count to Bronner. Ball outside. 2 out. Bottom of the fifth. fouled off again. Brawner stays alive in the count.
See, a lot of these Catoctin Cougar batters doing that whole timing thing the baseball team does with their hands out, the bat out, and then on windup they load and attack the softball.
Ball inside. That evens the count at 2 apiece. Oh, she goes after a weak swing on an outside pitch and then strikes out. So 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring the Middletown Knights to the plate in the top of the 6th, batting. We've got Broadbent, Jones, and Lowe at the top of the order after this break.
Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates, located on Water Street in Thurmont, serving the community since 1993. Center of Life is dedicated to treating the whole you, and not just your symptoms: back pain, neck pain, injury, or you just want to improve your mobility and feel healthier. Dr. John Hageman's innovative approach to whole body health is completely unlike anything you have experienced. With convenient hours from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and afternoon hours only.
All right, we are back here live at Catoctin High School with the Cougars with a comfortable 7-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Looks like we've got a substitution as Rothermel will come into bat now. Batting for Broadbent, the shortstop who was injured earlier. As she takes a called fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
Aubrey Courtney re-entered for the Cougars at third base, playing third base.
And another swing and a miss, and she fans her 3 in a row. So Rothermel goes down swinging. That'll bring Jones to the plate, number 9, the center fielder, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Chops one back to the screen.
Good looking swing there by Jones on that first pitch from Taylor Smith.
Just caught her on the inside of the bat a little. Ball outside. 1-1 the count. Got a boys baseball game against Middletown. Middletown Catoctin going up on top of the hill behind us. Ball 2. Taylor Smith working quickly from the mound. And we'll try and get you a score from that game. The Catoctin baseball team doing very well. High infield foul ball coming right at us. And out of play. Thought it was going to hit the top of the tent there.
I was on it, diving out of my seat.
You were going for it. Get your hat ready, get your hat off and
Yeah,
catch that
right.
one.
We're getting a lot of action over here today.
We are. Jones. Oh, check swing.
Not.
Into the glove. And she foul tipped it back to the catcher's glove for the 3rd strike. So Jones goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down, both of them strikeouts. 13 strikeouts on the day for Taylor Smith. And another swing and a miss for Lowe, the second baseman, who has been fanned twice in both her at-bats in the first and fourth innings. High, she takes a look at it, pulls her bat back for a ball. 1-1 the count to Lowe. Bunt, Knightson down to third base, barehanded, throw to first in time. Great defense by the Catoctin Cougars. 3 up, 3 down. And we move to the bottom of the sixth here with the Cougars in a comfortable 7-1 lead. We'll be right back.
Landscaping. High-Low Auto Sales with locations in Frederick and Mount Airy and our new location in Cockeysville, Maryland. We specialize in high-quality vehicles at low prices. All types of credit, financing, or leasing. You drive away with peace of mind in a vehicle with a High-Low Sales 6-month, 6,000-mile warranty. Find out about the High-Low difference at one of the leading independent automobile dealers in Maryland. That's High-Low Auto Sales. We look forward to serving you at highlowAutosales.com.
Back here live. We're going to get a score for you on the baseball game here. As coming in to bat, Mazaleski, second baseman, takes a high changeup for ball one.
Low, ball two.
Outfield playing medium depth straight away. Called strike across the plate. 3-1 Middletown is the score. The baseball game. Did you get an inning? No. High fly ball drops in between second base and right field. Just some lack of communication between the two. Might have just been a good drop.
Yeah, I think that was well placed. Just a little too deep for the second baseman, and right field not able to charge quick enough.
So a single for Mazaleski. She gets on. That'll bring the top of the order back around to Taylor Smith. 2 for 3 on the day for Taylor. She flew out to deep left in her last at bat. Showing bunt, she lays down one, straight back to the pitcher, throw to first in time, and the sac bunt by Taylor Smith moves the runner into scoring position.
Executing those sacrifice bunts very well today are the Catoctin Cougars. And Coach Valentine, doesn't matter who it is, all the way through the order, top to bottom, she'll call on them to bunt.
That brings Gray to the plate. Gray takes the ball, low and away. Gray 1 for 3 on the day with a single in her last at bat. Runner on second, 1 out. Well hit, deep into the gap. It'll go to the fence and over. Home run.
Ooh. Megan Gray.
Megan Gray slams one across right center for the HR.
Another 2-run home run for the Cougars.
And that brings Maskaleski across the plate as well. As Maddie Oler steps into the batter's box, she homered in her last at bat. So we get 2 home runs in the game, one by Oler and now one just now by Gray. As Maddie steps in, batting right-handed with a wide stance. She chops one into the infield, pops it up, second baseman drifts underneath it, and makes the catch for the easy out. So Oler 2 for 4 on the day. That'll bring Lewis to the plate. Down the third base line, right in front of the bag. She picks it up, throw to first in time, and they got her.
Nice play, third baseman Ledbetter for the Knights to end the inning.
So at the end of 6 complete innings, on 2 hits, 2 runs, and no errors, the Cougars take a 9-1 lead here into the top of the 7th, where Middletown will come to the plate batting Ledbetter, Gross, and Moxley after this break.
Kelco Plumbing and Backhoe Service LLC is conveniently located at 108 North Carroll Street in Thurmont with over 40 years of experience in the plumbing industry, celebrating its 10th year serving our community, specializing in all phases of plumbing, including septic installation and repair. The favorite part of our job is meeting new people and knowing that we helped. Kelco Plumbing prides itself on a job well done with pricing that won't flood your budget. Burst pipes, water damage, clogged drains, replacement, remodel, or upgrades. Kelco Plumbing services most major fixtures, faucets, water heaters.
All right, we are back here live with the first batter at the plate. Takes a ball high and away. Third baseman Ledbetter. She got on an error in her last at bat. 1 for 1 on the day. Chops that one foul. Well hit to the fence, deep center field, and she makes a backhanded catch right at the fence to rob Ledbetter of what looked like it was at least a long fly ball, maybe even over.
Maddie Oler from her center field position roamed over left center field gap towards the wall, make that nice catch.
That'll bring Gross to the plate. The left fielder is 0 for 2 on the day. She chops one up in the air and out of play. So Middletown with this last chance here in the top of the 7th. High. It's a ball. So how many strikeouts did we settle on for
I
Taylor?
have her on 14.
14
I have
strikeouts.
Taylor with 14 strikeouts so far.
Ball outside. 2-1 the count to Gross. Another infield pop-up, over the fence. Oh, the catcher makes the catch against the chain link. What a great play by the Cougars catcher. She smiles over the dugout, Megan Gray. She caught that and trapped it in her glove right on the fence.
Yep. Ball went back. She went back to the backstop, and that backspin brought the ball back to her. She stayed with it, tracked it well. 2 outs.
That'll bring potentially the last out of the game as Moxley pulls one foul down the left field line and into the woods. Well hit, just way out in front of that changeup. Moxley 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. The pitcher for the Knights trying to keep it alive. Ball outside, 1-1. Fouled back over the screen. Swing, and that ball hit the face of the umpire as he pulls his mask off. Foul tipped into his face mask. He's going to walk it off. Thank goodness for face protectors, huh? That would have been a broken nose right there.
That's why you gear up when you're behind the plate.
Swing and a miss, and that's it. That's the end of the game. The Cougars victorious here over the Middletown Knights with a beautiful pitched 14 strikeout game for Taylor Smith. And the final score 9-1 for the Catoctin Cougars as both teams meet at home plate to exchange high fives and congratulations in this game.
1 unearned run by the Knights. I got Taylor with that last out there, the 15 strikeouts on the night. So 15 out of the possible 21. Her infield played, other than that one error by the shortstop in the third inning, which allowed the 1 run to score. Flawless defensive effort by the Cougars.
Absolutely. All right, we'll take a break, be back with our post-game wrap-up, and see if we might be able to get an interview or two here before the players head out. You're listening to Cool Oldies 1450, our first softball of the game of the season, and what a great win for the Catoctin Lady Cougars.
At Thermont Country Kitchen, one recent diner summed it up perfectly.
This place is so good, the words are hard to find. It's a wonderful small-town diner with awesome food and great service.
Thermont Country Kitchen is located on Water Street in downtown Thermont. Open weekdays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Remember when Grandma used to say, if you're looking for a great restaurant, follow the locals. And that's exactly what you'll find at Thermont Country Kitchen. A wonderful mixture of out-of-town guests, travelers up and down Route 15, and the locals who love Country Kitchen's award-winning roasted chicken. Homemade cooking at its finest, with lots of sweets and goodies at the counter to go. Country Kitchen is a great place for birthday parties, meetings, or just to take the family when you're out and about. Their huge menu has something for everybody, and their warm country home atmosphere and small-town charm will take you back to simpler times. Thermont Country Kitchen, satisfying and delicious. You'll feel right at home at Thermont Country Kitchen. Thermont Country Kitchen is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics on the radio.
We are back here live. Both these teams were knotted up at 1 each in the first inning, and we thought we might have a little something here, but the Cougars' bats just came alive, and it all started out with, I think it was basically, you said it well when you said that, Was it
Kenzie
Craig?
Lewis.
No,
Kenzie Lewis with that line
Lewis,
drive. to
yeah, with
right
the
center
line drive
field,
that got those bats going, right?
got things going. And then
Yeah.
they, Middletown had that mishap out in left field, which enabled 2 more runs to score. But if you're Coach Valentine, you have 3 players with 2 RBIs, two-run home runs. So all the way through the lineup, people were making good contact. And here early in the season with the young team, if you're Coach Valentine, you're going to be real happy with the way this young team's swinging the bat, hitting the softball.
And you got to be real happy with the defense too, because
Yep.
I'm looking at 14 strikeouts for Middletown, and I mean, Middletown. I don't know. Is Middletown a hitting team? I don't really know yet.
We don't know. They lost
don't-
2 of their big bats from
Yeah.
last season. They had 2 returning, one being that shortstop Ledbetter, who had the mishap out in left field, then missed. I think she only batted 1 time. Actually, she batted twice. Check
And-
that. My bad. It was Broadbent, who was playing shortstop, had the mishap.
Yeah.
Ledbetter, big hitter from last season, had a double here today. But no, Coach Charlie Thomas needs to find some offense somewhere in this young season to see if they can compete against Walkersville, who has basically everybody back in their lineup, including their starting pitcher and their first relief pitcher, and so they're going to be strong in the 2A West. So Middletown will have to try to match that.
Absolutely. So, looking ahead a little bit, we'll be back here on Friday. We've got another great lineup for you here Friday, where it's a 1A West matchup baseball. Catoctin hosting Brunswick, and we're going to be seeing 2 college recruited D1 pitching prospects in that game.
If the rotation falls right and we get to see McManus again for the Cougars, and then if the rotation falls right for Brunswick, yeah, it could be a heck of a pitching matchup.
And then we'll be back here next Thursday for Walkersville at Catoctin for our next softball game, and that we're expecting a pretty good game there because Walkersville's on a hot streak right now.
Well, and again, they bring everybody back, almost everybody back from last year's team that went to the state semifinal, including starting pitcher Caroline Hinkleman and her battery mate Lampiaca. They have 4 college, I think, already commits to play softball. So very talented team there by Coach Hinkleman, and the Walkersville Lions will come here and face off against this impressive Taylor Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like the Lady Cougars are done. Let's see if we can get Megan Gray and Maddie Oler over. Megan, Maddie, come on over for a second. So both you ladies had great booming 2-run shots over the fence. How did it feel?
Really good. Yeah, it felt really good to go backside.
Yeah.
It's something I've been working on.
Yeah. So how was the pitching? Was it difficult today for you?
My first at bat, I really struggled outside. I was chasing her curve, and then whenever she started working me in and out, I was swinging and missing. But then I finally found my pitch, and I was able to drive it hard.
And your defense was great. That was a great catch at the screen. I said that might have been the most wonderful catchers. You trapped that against the screen almost, didn't you?
Yeah, I honestly don't know how I got it. I just put my whole body out there and just hope for the best and hope I catch it and get the outs.
Yeah, when you look at it on paper, Taylor had 14 strikeouts on the day, and your defense was solid. Maddie, you made a great catch out in center field that robbed what looked like at least a 2-bagger.
Yeah, Julie was coming at it and I was coming as well, but I had to trust my capability of getting to a ball. Our coach actually just switched us. She was playing center and I was playing left, but it was a good adjustment.
Did you call her off?
Yeah, at the very end actually, but she had trust in me and I had trust in her, so we were able to make that catch.
What's it like catching for Taylor Smith?
We've been playing together since we were 6,
Yeah.
so having the opportunity to play until we're seniors is so much fun. And this year I'm getting the opportunity to call pitches, so we get to work on a whole new level.
So you get to call the pitches. Wow, how's that working for you?
It's going really well. We kind of just talk every inning and make sure everything's working well, and we go from there.
Because I think I remember last year they were calling them from the dugout.
I started last year, and then it ended up not working as well as we wanted to, but so far so good this year.
All right, excellent. All right, congratulations, lady. Big win. Couple of home runs for you, too, huh? How's that make you feel?
Really good. Great. I love it.
All right, well, congratulations, and we'll see you. We'll be back for the Walkersville game. That'll be our next scheduled broadcast for you. So have a great afternoon, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. That was Megan Gray and Maddie Oler, the center fielder and catcher for the Lady Cougars, both with 2-run shots over the fence.
Yeah, and as you said, 2 great defensive plays, too. So both those young ladies contributed to this big win from the plate and on the defensive side of things.
All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Big win for the Lady Cougars. We'll be back in on Friday, 4:30 first pitch. The Brunswick Railroaders come here to meet the Catoctin Cougars baseball team for a 1A West matchup. Should be a good one. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, all.
Don't worry, if you can't make it to the game or miss the broadcast, all of our high school sports games are archived and available online at WTHUradio.com in our audio vault.